I have been talking about digital products on this channel for years and years and years, as proof by these old videos that I did a long time ago. And videos about digital products have always been some of my best performing videos because y'all love to learn about digital products. So today, we're gonna take it back to the basics, and I'm going to literally deliver you everything you need to know to make 10K per month with digital products. I promise it's possible. We're not having any naysayer Nancy's around here. Promise it's possible. I've proved that in other videos. I've told you how I've done it. I've told you how clients have done it. All the things. So let's talk about how you can actually do it. Hello, by the way. If we have not met, my name's Jessica. Pumped that you're here. I'm here to kind of help inspire you, maybe teach you a few things on your way to becoming a full-time creator if that's something you want to do. So if you're new here, welcome. So excited to have you. If you're not new here, welcome back. As always, it's fun to hang out with you. I feel like the number 10K per month, like $10,000, 10,000, is a big number for those of us who have always worked corporate or whatever. And also is a big number for people who start working for themselves, because while you don't need to make quite $10,000 a month to hit 100K a year, it's a really even number. And I think that's what a lot of people settle on is, I want to make $10,000 a month. So it's this like, this number that we've all kind of created in our brains as like the goal number. And let me tell you, $10,000 a month is freaking awesome. More than $10,000 a month is freaking awesome. And if you can do that by making things like digital products, then why the heck not, Buttercup? So if your goal is 10K per month and you want to get there by creating and selling digital products, this video is legitimately made for you. And before I get started with all the things you need to know, there is more. There's always more, right? Like I can't teach you everything I know in a YouTube video. So there's always more. If you want to learn more about digital products, I have two awesome resources for you. The first is completely free. It is my digital product blueprint, and it's going to walk you through coming up with ideas and kind of step you through all of the things we're going to talk about today. And you can find that at heyjessica.com/digiproductblueprint. And the second awesome resource I have for you is actually a digital product that I sell, and it is a toolkit to help you create your first digital product. It's very freaking meta, but it's super inexpensive, and it's got a comprehensive list of digital product ideas, a guide to help you pick your perfect digital product, 3 creation guides to help you learn how to create Lightroom templates, Canva templates, and ClickUp templates if those are digital products you want to create, a pricing guide, and a digital product template pack. So if you want to check that out, go to heyjessica.com/your-first-digital-product. I will link all of these things below. And obviously you don't have to do any of that, but if you want a little more help than you're going to get in this free video, that should get you on your way. All right, so that plant is dying, and we're just not gonna talk about it. We're gonna ignore the elephant in the room, okay? I need to water it, but not right now. All right, so you're gonna get started with digital products. What do you need to do first? Number one, numero uno, the very first thing is that you need to have an idea. You need to have an idea of the product, but you also need to have an idea of the niche you want to kind of serve or fall into, because something generic won't sell. You really need to be specific about what you're trying to sell and to whom, because when you go to like market it and sell it, you're going to know who's going to want to buy it, and it's going to be much easier to do those things. When I've talked about digital products in the past, I've talked about them under the assumption that most people watching the video already have some type of business or are creating content and already have an idea of who their person is and what to create for them. But I get so many questions every single day on like, I want to get started with digital products, but I really don't know what to do or who to talk to or what to create. So I will tell you what I tell them when they show up in my DMs. And that is, you have to have an idea and you have to have a niche of kind of where you want to fall into. Do you want to create spreadsheets for accountants? Do you want to create workbooks for kindergarten teachers? Do you want to create Canva templates for small business owners? Like, where do you want to fall? You've got to know those ideas and kind of that niche. And I've done a ton of videos on different digital product ideas that I'll make sure are linked here and below so that you can watch those next if you're like, wait, what are the ideas? But just to like spitfire some, I just mentioned a few: workbooks, Canva templates. You can do ClickUp templates, Trello templates, any kind of system template, Lightroom presets, LUTs for video editing, spreadsheets like literal Google Docs. You can do digital art like phone backgrounds or printable art, that kind of thing. So there's a lot of things that you can do as a digital product, but you have to understand that you need that idea of like what it's gonna be and also who is gonna wanna buy it. Because if you don't have those two things, we can't move forward. Listen, I would normally advise against sitting in one spot at my desk and talking the entire time. And I would like to like move around and move the camera, but my office is a flat out freaking disaster. And this is where y'all are staying today. Okay, so just pretend like I'm moving around and I'm keeping you engaged. Okay, just pretend. Second thing you need to get to 10K per month with digital products and to get started today. Okay, second thing you need is you need either, okay, an established audience who's going to want the things you create, or you're going to need to fully master the SEO and the algorithm for a site like Etsy. And I'm including these together kind of as you need people to freaking buy your product. But this is going to be different. If you already have an established audience, then you already have people to buy your product. But if you don't have an established audience, then you're gonna need to like master, and I do mean master, a platform like Etsy or Creative Market or Teacher Pay Teacher or wherever you plan to sell. And if you don't have an audience, you need to sell on a platform that already has an audience built in, like those I just listed. We'll talk more about like where to sell in a minute, but you need somebody who's gonna wanna buy your stuff, an established audience, or you need to be committed to learning these platforms. So many times the people in my DMs will be like, I would love to do this. And I'm like, okay, do you have an audience? No. Well, where do you want to sell? I don't know. You said I could sell them on my own site. Yeah, I did, if you have your own audience. But otherwise you need to learn Etsy. Oh, I don't want to do that. Alrighty then, Bob. Don't do that. But either way, there has to be an audience coming from somewhere who's going to want to buy your stuff. That's number 2. You have to have an audience somewhere, whether it's your own or it's borrowed from a platform like Etsy or Creative Market. Then guess what? All you need to do is create the darn things. Not all you need to do, but like the next step, create it. This could be that you create it. This could be that you're like, okay, I'm going to sit down, I'm going to create a spreadsheet, and that's what I'm going to sell. I have all the skills to do that. Or I'm going to go create a Canva template. I have all the skills to do that. Or I'm going to go create a ClickUp template. I have all the skills to do that. Or it could be that you pay someone to help you create these things so that you can sell them. Like, obviously, this is totally up to you. If you don't have the skill set, you're going to have to pay somebody. If you do have the skill set, you can totally do it on your own. This is one of the reasons that I sell digital planner templates in my shop, because this was something that I created very early on when that industry was just like barely starting. And I was able to make really good money selling these digital planners. And now I would rather sell you templates so you can make good money selling digital planners. But it's also something that's a little bit complicated to make, and most people don't really have that skill right out of the gate. So I sell templates to help you do that, which is also a digital product. So the template to make the thing so you can sell your own digital product is a digital product that I make money from. It's a little crazy how inventive and like out of the box you can get with digital products. Okay, so that was number 3. You need to create them or hire somebody to create them. A little asterisk here. Asterisk? Asterisk? I feel like it sounds better to say asterisk, but I'm pretty sure it's asterisk. Anyway, doesn't matter. Little star here, okay? Had somebody DM me the other day and he was like, hey, I'd love to create digital products. Should I just buy digital products and sell them? Like buy someone else's digital products and sell them? And I was like, no. Now, if somebody is selling a template and you're going to customize that template into a finished product and sell it, like again, my digital planner templates or whatever, then sure. But don't just buy something from like a licensing site and then resell it as your own digital product. Number 1, it's going to come off really inauthentic. And number 2, there's going to come a time when like everybody's selling the same thing if we do that. All right, I told you a minute ago we were going to talk about how to sell them in a minute, and now it's a minute. And number 4 is you have to have a way to sell them. I feel like people get stuck or hung up on every step of this process that I'm telling you. Like some people can't ever come up with the ideas. Some people can't figure out like that they need an audience or something. Some people can't create whatever. And people really get hung up on where to freaking sell. And it's not that hard, okay? So it's gonna depend on number 2. Do you have an existing audience? Do you not? Do you need to borrow someone else's, right? So if you have an existing audience, you can sell on something like your own Squarespace site, your own WordPress site. I use WooCommerce on my WordPress site. You can sell using something like SendOwl that will deliver digital products to people's inboxes. You can totally bootleg it and just sell with a PayPal button. Now, I don't recommend that because it is a little bit wonky for your customer and for you, but totally doable. Shopify can be a really great option to create a website and have a store for your digital products to live in if you have your own audience. And I say that because if you don't have an audience who's following you, then who the heck is going to come to your website to buy them, right? So if you don't have an audience, if you need to borrow someone else's audience, then you need to use sites like Creative Market, Etsy, Teacher Pay Teacher. Either way you slice it here, guys, you have to have a way to sell them. Like, somebody has to be able to purchase them. Otherwise, nobody's going to purchase them. And if you are just putting them on your website and you don't have an audience, nobody's going to buy them. I don't know why, but that seems to be a hard concept for people to get. You can't just create digital products and people are going to come out of the woodworks wanting them. You either need to have an audience that you can point to your digital products, or you need to borrow someone else's on these marketplaces like Etsy. And that leads me to number 5 and the final point here, the final thing you need if you are ready to get started with digital products, and that is to market them. If you do not have an audience and you don't really have any kind of desire to build an audience and you want to sell on a platform like Etsy or Creative Market, the marketing is all in the platform. That is where you have to learn the platform. You have to get really comfortable with the SEO, with the algorithm, with what they want. You might have to take a course on how to do this best. You might have to watch some YouTube videos, but that is going to be your marketing, is to get really good at being found when someone searches for the thing that you sell on those platforms. And if you're using Etsy or one of these other platforms, you can still use the other methods I'm going to talk about to market, and vice versa. But if you don't have an audience, your marketing is the platform. Your marketing is Etsy. Your marketing is Creative Market. If somebody goes to Etsy and types in Canva templates, you have to figure out how to get your stuff to show up at the front of that. Now, if you do have an audience, marketing them, you could also do the same thing. Even if you have an audience, you can sell digital products on Etsy and Creative Market and point your own audience to those stores. I don't love that for you because you are literally giving away part of your profits to a platform that did not help you get people there to purchase. Like, if you're the one sending your audience to your store, I'd rather see you send them to your own store where all you have to pay is like credit card processing fees than send them to somewhere like Etsy, where Etsy is going to take a cut of every sale because in their eyes, they are giving you the platform to sell on. And if you have an audience, you're giving away more than I think you should. But you can totally use Etsy and Creative Market and all these others too. But if you have an audience or you want to gain an audience, you can totally use content to market your digital products. Y'all, in this video, I was like, hey, I have this free thing that you can go download. Or I also have this paid thing that's gonna help you create your first digital product. That is me using my content to market my digital products. I also talked about my digital planner templates. That is me using my content to market my digital products. You can and should use your content to market the things that you're creating. Of course you should. And then beyond content marketing, you can also do paid ads. Now, again, anybody can do this, whether you have an audience or don't. You can use paid ads on something like Facebook or Instagram or Pinterest or whatever to market your digital products. When I was selling my digital planner, and I was in the heart of making like really good money from this digital planner because nobody else was really selling one and my video was blowing up on YouTube, which by the way has been unlisted because I was really tired of getting that audience here because they didn't want anything else I offered. So lesson learned. But when I was in the heart of this and it was making me really good money, I was obviously had used my content to sell my digital product. I had done a YouTube video about digital planning, mentioned that I sell them, gave that link. That was marketing that product. But I was also using paid ads. And what ended up being the best paid ads for me was through Pinterest. I was spending like $700 a month to make like $10,000, $13,000 a month with Pinterest ads. So it was definitely worth my time and my money to put some paid ads on that platform. Eventually they stopped working as well, and eventually I decided I don't want to be the digital planner girl, so I'm gonna get rid of this. But you can totally run paid ads. Like in that instance, my content was selling them, marketing them, my paid ads were marketing them, and they were on Etsy for people who weren't familiar with me who were going to Etsy and who were searching for digital planners, they were there too. So you can use all of these strategies together, but you have to market them. Like in some way, shape, or form, the idea of your digital product has to land in front of the eyeballs of the people you want purchasing it. Like it has to. Nobody's gonna buy it otherwise. Okay, I have a really important thing to tell you to like finish off this video, but let me recap these 5 real fast for you because I don't want you to get left behind. 1, you need an idea and a niche that you want to create digital products for. 2, you need some way to gain an audience, either your own audience or a borrowed audience from a platform like Etsy. 3, you need to create the stupid things. 4, you need a way to sell them. And 5, you need to market them. Now, the really important thing I need you to know, because I get DMs on Instagram, comments here on YouTube, all the things, all the time, and I'm constantly telling people this, is that this is not going to be something where you create a digital product today and it's going to make 10K per month this month. The only scenario where that's going to happen is if you have an existing audience that is pretty large and you create like the perfect digital product for them and they jump all over it. I'm not saying it's not possible. And this whole video is about getting you to make 10K per month from your digital products. 100% hands down possible. I've done it over and over and over again. But if you just start today and create a digital product, you are not gonna make 10K this month, okay? And so many times people are like, I'm so desperate to quit my job. I'm in a really I'm in some kind of hurry to make 10K per month or 5K per month or whatever. And my advice is always, like, you can do the passive income stuff. Like, you can do affiliate marketing, you can do digital products, you can do courses, you can do all of that. But it's gonna take you a while to get to that money. You can get there and beyond there, but it's gonna take you a while. So if you're in a hurry to make 10K per month, if you're in a hurry to quit that job and whatever, I would highly recommend doing some type of service for people. Like, can you be a web designer? Can you be a copywriter? Can you be a virtual assistant? Can you be a consultant? Like, do some type of service. That's gonna get you to 5, 10, 15K months way faster than digital products or affiliate marketing will. Now, that being said, if you're like, oh my gosh, I really need to quit my job, I'm dying, I can't do this anymore, I really need to make $5,000 per month, start a freaking service and then use the time that you now have on your hands because you have quit your job to build the audience that's needed or the platform that's needed to make the 10K per month with the affiliate marketing or the digital products or the courses or whatever, and then you can flop and switch that out. So when I tell you that, I don't mean like you can never make 10K per month from digital products, because obviously you can. That was the whole point of this video. And I have receipts. Like, I make 10K per month every month from digital products. I make more than 10K per month. But it could take you a while to get there. And if you're in a hurry, then you need to do something else to subsidize that income while you're building the things you need to build, while you're doing the things we talked about today to get to that point. You know me, I always want to be a realist. I never want you to like leave a video and be like, yeah, she told me I could, and then I went and she was lying. Nobody's lying to you. They're just trying to give you what you want. Like, you went on the internet and searched for like how to make money with digital products, and then you're mad because someone is telling you how to make money with digital products and it didn't happen tomorrow. Like, we can't be like that, guys. So like I say, there's a few digital product guides, toolkits, things that are gonna help you. They are linked below in the description. There are also other videos that I go into depth on how to sell them and some ideas and things like that. I will link those below. And until next time, bye y'all.